Well, happy Friday, Motivation Movers. Welcome aboard to an all-new Coco Renee's Motivation Movement and Daily Affirmation. Yes. Today is Friday, November 22nd, 2019, and we are actually going to incorporate the word today, okay? I felt like we needed it. I woke up this morning and God just put me in a different mood. Let me make an adjustment, make a slight adjustment. There we go, so y'all can see me a little better. All right, we're going to read from the book of Colossians, but this morning God said, you got to do affirmation. And one thing I forgot to do before I did the affirmation was pray. Usually I'll read the scripture, get it prepared, but I forgot to pray, like really pray and get in tune with my spirit and get aligned. So I couldn't really do the first affirmation because it didn't feel properly aligned. And then I said to myself, this is a problem. Always trying to do things on our own and then it don't feel right, okay? Because when we do things on our own and we don't incorporate God in it, it just feels very forced and it feels very it don't feel good in the spirit and in the soul, okay? And this is why I wanted to read from the book of Colossians today. I found a good scripture. I started looking at scriptures based on that, and I put in scriptures about not putting God first, and scriptures about God being, over all things. And, I put in different things to get different perspectives, different scriptures. I read through a few and I was like, okay. And then there was one in Colossians that I felt was very, very fitting for all aspects of life, little stuff and big stuff, okay? Because this is what we all lack in at some point in time. Even the best, person in the world that thinks that they the holiest and might pray to God about everything, they lack in somewhere too. And everybody don't always incorporate God in every single thing. Sometimes we slip and it will be that one moment that we don't have God involved in it from the beginning that things start to fall apart. So that's what I want to talk about today, because I felt like before we all get to the point of falling apart at the seams any more than we already have, child, we got to get God involved from the beginning. We always trying to insert him in the middle of the mess, in the middle of the storm. We always trying to incorporate him at the ends when things we've done it all of our way the whole entire time. We get to the tail end, child, that we think he's gonna come and be like that quarterback in the fourth quarter that's just gonna come and get us, that win, when we left him out the whole entire time and try to do it on our own without the quarterback. You don't get to add God in the fourth quarter. You got 60 seconds on the board and on the clock, and then all of a sudden you want to bring him on in, child. He should have been in from the first quarter all the way to the end. More successful in life. Might not have everything turn out to be the way you want it to be, but you will fall in alignment where you're supposed to. And so I've struggled with this myself, trying to do everything on my own. Brings upon stress, okay? So Colossians 1:17 reads, "He is before all things, and in him all things hold together." You hear that? Let me read it again for the people in the back. Colossians 1:17, he is before all things, and in him all things hold together. I mean, that's pretty self-explanatory, and it's very short, sweet, to the point. And it speaks volumes about how a lot of us operate in life, and then how God operates in life, and how we need to bring these two together, because if we don't get him involved, if we don't talk to him, if we wait until the very last minute to say, hey, God, I need you, can you step in? Things don't align the way they're supposed to. We don't have success in those areas. And sometimes we have to grow and learn from it the long, hard way. Sometimes it just is what it is. That's a part of the lesson and a part of the blessing. We got to learn the long, hard way. However, we don't have to learn the long, hard way in every single situation, every single circumstance. It comes a point in time where we got to step it up a notch. And I am constantly in growth. I'm constantly in the learning process. I'm constantly keeping an open ear. God, help me here. I'm willing to listen. I am willing to grow. I'm willing to learn. I'm willing to commit. I know that I have been lacking, but what can I do now that is going to make me a better person, a better child of God, a better whatever my place is and whatever my position is in someone's life. I want to be the best at whatever it is you have assigned me to be. I cannot do this without you no more. I'm tired of living life and doing it on my own terms and struggling and then going to depression and going to anger or going to sadness or going to confusion. And it doesn't have to be this way if I just do things the way that you told me to do it from the beginning. What am I lacking? Where am I going wrong? Why am I going up the street around the corner and then wait to get back into my house to all of a sudden say, okay, let me get the navigation on? God, let me get him involved. I thought I was going to just go on my own little map quest like I'm Dora the Explorer around here with boots. And and I find myself getting swiped by Swiper. Come on. I mean, I'm not trying to be funny, but y'all know me. I got to add a little humor to it. But let's be real. Aren't y'all tired of Swiper swiping, just taking all your little, your joy, just swiping your joy left and right? Okay, leaving you with just confusion and frustration. I feel like Swiper is like Satan, okay, child? And that good map, that's like God. We Dora in boots. We trying to get to wherever we trying to get to in life. And we need the map, What's the little song? Backpack, backpack. I need the map, backpack. So, backpack is like the scriptures and the map is God. The words in the scriptures is the holy word that guides us. It gets us to the destination. Sorry, y'all, I'm so busy clowning. It gets us to the destination where God has intended for us. So let's stop allowing Swiper to come and swipe us and sidetrack us. Let's stop leaving the backpack in the scriptures, the map, and wherever we leave it, and then decide after we done circled around the block and up the street, we got to come back home to get our backpack and our map. God says before you even get involved in even putting your foot on the ground in the morning, you should be incorporating him and praying to him. Before you walk outside that door and get up in that vehicle of yours or on whatever transportation, if Uber, Lyft, because child, I'll be praying left and right if I have to take an Uber and a Lyft. It's a lot of stuff going on with these people that are driving Ubers and Lyfts right now. You need to have God on your side at all times because you stepping out there into a mad world. We see it every single day. It's kids going to school that don't even know that that's going to be their last day of ever going to school. And we ain't talking about the last day of school because it's summer break. We talking about kids going to school and killing other children and taking their life. And that child could never imagine when they step in that school setting that would be it for them. That person at the job who lost their job and upset and want to go and do some crazy things to folks. People that are coming into work that still work their butts off. They didn't realize that they was going to go into work and never come back. Someone on their way to work didn't realize they might get into an accident that might take their life and that would be their last drive. There's things that we need to make sure God is incorporated in before we even walk out the door into the mess that's going on out there. We cannot continue to call on God in the midst of the storm and at the end of the storm that we sometimes create for ourselves. The storms that we don't create, we should definitely be having him 100% involved before that even hits us. So we can have the shelter needed, the protection needed, everything that God can offer us, it can already be in motion. But no, we want to do it our way. Look at the country we in. Look at how the government runs it. Want to take God out? Okay, we're going to remove him from the schools. Ain't nobody going to be reading scriptures. Oh, you can pray to whatever God you want to, and you can do whatever you want to, and everybody want to do it their way. Let me rewrite the scriptures. Let me put what I want to put in the Bible and take away because I don't like what it says. Let me do things. I'm my own God. I run the show. But then now we got a country that is filled with catastrophes because nobody wants to keep God before it. When he says before, that means he is in front of it already, not in the midst of it, in the middle of it. When he's before it and in front of it, that means he goes with you throughout the whole process to the end. But if you don't incorporate him from the beginning, you're going to go through a real rough storm, and everybody don't survive the storms. It's the reality. All right, y'all, I'm out of here. Read that Colossians 1:17. Don't forget to check me out every single Saturday on the Midday Boss Show on Rise Radio, the global station. That's 1 p.m. to 2 p.m. Saturdays, and that is Pacific Standard Time on Rise Radio Global. TuneIn app. Check us out here, Official Coco Renee, Midnight Bosses Entertainment channel on YouTube. Subscribe, like, share, and also go to Instagram. Check us out on Instagram, Midnight Bosses, Official Coco Renee, as well as on Facebook, okay? And download the Castbox app so y'all can get the audio sound for the motivation movements. If you've missed Midday Boss shows, there are encores on there. You guys can check them out. And we also have the Let's Talk About It segment where we talk about things in the Black community, Black entertainment, the media, what's going on out in this world that we're talking about. And it's just a more unfiltered platform, but I would love for you guys to join the conversation. I got to go. I love y'all. Have a happy, happy Friday. Stay blessed in it. Happy motivation movement time and enjoy the weekend. Until next time, movers, toodles. What it do, movers? It's your girl, Coco Renee. Don't forget, the Coco Renee's Motivation Movement Daily Affirmation will now be airing on the Fourth Quarter Talk podcast on Castbox. Download that app right now and check it out. When I touch down, they celebrating. I keep my energy calibrated. Only show up so they know I made it. All my diamonds are late.